Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Invest. Today I want to talk to you about Nano S versus Trezor. So last week I have received both my Nano S and my Trezor, and I have set them up last week. I have a couple videos on my channel about unboxing, and I have a video about how to use the Nano S. And after a few days, I do want to give you a rundown of what I think about each of these devices. So let's get right into it. So first of all, my Nano, I get them for $89.99, and for the Trezor, I get them for $119.99. So the difference between these three is about $30. So let's take a look to see why there's a price difference and how good are they. So let's move forward to the physical comparison. So we gone over the price. So let's take a look at the size of these two. So as you can see, the Nano is a little bit smaller than the Trezor. The Trezor is a little bit bigger, and a part of that is because the Trezor does have a larger screen, and that's one of the reasons why the device is a little bigger than the Nano S. So if you put them side by side, this is going to give you a good representation of how it would look like. So as you can see, the Trezor is a little bit wider, and the Nano is thinner, and this thing right here can be folded in, so it's actually smaller than the Trezor, than what you see in here. For example, if you expand it, the Nano is about 98 millimeters, and if you collapse them, it's 60 millimeters. Next is the weight. So the Nano is a little bit more heavier than the Trezor. So the Nano is about 6.2 gram, and the Trezor is about 12 gram. And one of the reasons why the Nano is a little more heavier is because of the middle piece that extend out to protect the Nano when you close it back in. So it protects the screen and it protects the surrounding area of the plastic. The Trezor, on the other hand, doesn't have any metal. It's actually just a plastic piece only. So that's why it's a little more lighter. So with that, let's take a look at the color option if you care for that. So really, there's only one color for the Nano, which is what you see here on the screen. But for the Trezor, there are actually three options for you. You can get a white one, you can get the gray one, or you can get the black one. So those are the three options you have. I actually opted in for the black Trezor because I think it looks nicer, but it's up to you. Next is the connection. So both the Trezor and the Nano S is using a micro USB connection. So both of them are actually using the same exact connection. Follow up with system and function. So the Nano is basically works with Windows, Mac, Linux, Chrome. It actually operates on the Chrome browser. So it's really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what system you're using, as long as you can get Chrome browser on it, and you can download the Chrome extension for the Nano S. That will work. And for the Trezor, it works the same thing on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android for mobile. It also works on Chrome browser. So as long as you can get access to a Chrome browser, it should work. So for security level, the Nano S does have a pin function, as you can see here on the screen, and the Trezor also has a pin function before you get into the wallet. So this is to protect you. The difference here is that the pin on the Nano S, you're actually using the physical button up and down to select the number, and for the Trezor, you're actually using the mouse to select the number correspond to the pin number here that you see. So these number randomly changes all the time, so that way no one can track your computer and know what you click and try to reproduce the pin. And for the currency, the Nano S support a lot of currency. It supports Bitcoin. My apology for the Google slide coming up there. So it's actually Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Doge, Zcash, Dash, Stratus, Ripple, and of course Bitcoin Cash. For the Trezor, it supports a lot less currency than what you see for a Ledger Nano S. For the Trezor, it only supports Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dash, Ethereum Classic, and Zcash. And what you don't see here is Bitcoin Cash, and one of the reasons why is because there is a beta function for Trezor that supports Bitcoin Cash, and it wasn't working very well. So I wouldn't count on Bitcoin Cash for the Trezor at the moment until that got fixed. Next is the setting up and the usability of the devices themselves. So take a look at the Ledger Nano S first. So once you downloaded the Chrome extension for the Ledger Manager, you can actually from there manage all the apps within the manager. So the way that it works is you download the Ledger Managers, and when you launch it, you can download each of the wallets individually into your Ledger Nano, or they call it activate. So you can activate these wallets individually once you download the appropriate wallet to your computer. So you can choose Dash, you can choose Litecoin, you can choose Bitcoin, and it will works. And the way that it works is you actually use the device itself to choose the wallet on screen. I will show you in a little bit, and then you can load it up on your computer using the Chrome extension. Now keep in mind too, even though it's so that it support a lot of different coins, in reality you can only put about 4 coins or so on your Ledger Nano S before you run out of space. So choose whichever coin you are going to use, and if you don't use it anymore, you can remove the wallet by just simply click on the remove button here. Now next is the Trezor. Trezor is a little more simpler in my opinion. So once you download the Chrome extension for Trezor, it's only one of them, and it's pretty much plug and play. So when you get into your Trezor wallet Chrome extension, you basically just choose which wallet you want to use, either Bitcoin, Dash, Zcash, or Ethereum. So it's pretty straightforward for Trezor. Now this is what I was kind of talking about earlier. So with the Ledger Nano S, there's a lot more interaction with the physical device. You actually use the physical device to enter the PIN code. You actually use the device to choose the currency. For example, you can choose the currency here, Bitcoin or Ethereum. So when you select the currency on your physical device, you confirm it on a device, and it's gonna pull up the wallet on your computer screen. And you also use the physical device to confirm transaction and address confirmation. So for example, here when you send or when you have a transaction, they ask you to confirm the address on the screen here to make sure that it matches what's on your computer. For the Trezor, it's a little less interaction with the physical device. So really the big screen here is just so then you can see what's going on, and you can choose the PIN directly on your computer based on what you see on the screen. And the only thing that you really use the physical screen for is to, at the beginning when you set up the device, and to confirm the transaction or address. Similar to what you do with a Ledger Nano S, you also confirm the address here. And of course, both of them offer the seed recovery keys. So what it means is when you first set up the device, you will be given 24 phrase for recovery purposes. So if you lose the device and you don't know where it is or it gets stolen, you can buy another Trezor or another Ledger Nano S and use the recovery seed key that they provided to you at the beginning to recover your funds. So that way you don't lose it if you lose the actual device. So my overall thoughts on Ledger Nano S and Trezor are the following. For the Trezor, it is cheaper. As you can see, it's $30 cheaper. It looks like a USB. It supports more currencies. There are more interaction with the device, which is gone over that. inputting PIN can take longer. I mean, I'm pretty obsessed with security, so I actually have 8-digit pins on my ledger, and entering them using an up and down button can be quite a pain sometimes. Especially if I'm browsing a website that, for example, cloud mining website that I want to purchase a contract, and by the time I get to the checkout screen, my Trezor actually locked me out. So my apology, my Ledger Nano S actually locked me out, so I have to re-enter the PIN. I think that the Ledger Nano S is more sophisticated in the sense that it supports more currencies, and it's more dynamic, but it's more complex to use. So there's a lot of apps that you can download for the Ledger Nano S. You know, each of the currency is an app. So you can download a Bitcoin app, Ethereum app, for example. And then switching currency, you actually use the physical device to do that. On the other hand, the Trezor is more expensive. It's $30 more. It looks nicer in my opinion, and it has a larger screen. They support less currencies. You know, as I mentioned before, so they support about 4 to 5 currencies. Inputting PIN by using a computer mouse, it's a lot faster. You know, clicking versus using the up and down button to choose your PIN. Well, that's the case with the Ledger Nano S. And also, it's more user friendly. You know, it pretty much is one main Chrome extension, and you can switch currency using your mouse, and then choose a currency to send and receive using a keyboard. So that's pretty straightforward. Overall, I think both are great products. I like them both. I have them both, and I think it's good if you can diversify your cryptocurrency into separate devices to be more secure. So they both are a good way to secure your cryptocurrency. If you don't know yet, one of the worst way you can secure your cryptocurrency is leave them on an exchange, or the second option is leave them on a hot wallet, because the hot wallet actually connects to the internet all the time, so you're more prone to hacker. And of course, with leaving your cryptocurrency on an exchange, you are at the mercy of the exchange. Something happens to the exchange, you are going to not be able to get your cryptocurrency back. So, for example, you know, a lot of websites, like back in the day with Mt. Gox gone down, people lose money there. Recently, I think BTCE got the government freeze the currency on the exchange, so everybody who has money on the exchange cannot get money out. So a lot of that, you are at the mercy of the exchange. And of course, hot wallets, the Exodus are excellent, but it's still a hot wallet, and you are more prone to hacker because you constantly connect to the internet using a hot wallet. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel and you are into Genesis mining, there is a 3% off Genesis mining code. It is here. It is also in the description below. If you use it, let me know who you are, how much hash power you purchased with it, and the amount, and I will do my best to reciprocate to support you back. Also, if you are interested on starting with Hashing24 or Genesis mining, go ahead and use my link below. And if you want to buy, sell cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, you can check out Coinbase. The site of the link is also below. And also, if you just want to donate some money to the channel, there are a few addresses in the bottom you can use to donate money. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye bye.